and Tszyu fight, but it pretty much went how I thought it was gonna go. Also, you had Turkey, popping his shit about disowning Shakur Stevenson. Y'all know I was gonna talk about that. Told y'all he ain't ish. I said it before and I say it again. Young tenderoni asking to be your man. What Too Short say? I'm playing just to play. But well yeah, I went back and watched the highlights of Spencer and the good brother Timothy Tszyu. And Joy Spencer is no disrespect to him. Um, he just either he don't have the talent to be a professional boxer at this level, a world championship type of fighter, or he just too small for 154. It's either one or the two. Um, Maybe he needs to consider squeezing down, but I think most people believe he just doesn't possess the talent to be a 154-pound champion. So I think it's unfortunate he is from Michigan. I wanted to see him be a world champion. I know a lot of local Detroit fighters, he up there in Linden, that's by Flint. A lot of local Detroit fighters was saying, kind of hating on him because he was getting the opportunity that they didn't get. And I get it. But as a man, I'll say this. You're not entitled to anything. Even if you work like a slave, it don't mean you're gonna eat like a king. The world don't work that way. And that's unfortunate. You can put all the work in the world in and not enjoy the fruits of your labor, but if you believe in the Bible, a lot of the things that you do good and bad, it goes off to your son, your offspring, especially I think it specifies your son. So don't forget that. But yeah, Spencer just either he too small or he's lacking the talent. So I don't know. It's up for y'all to make that determination. I mean, Tim Tszyu is throwing combinations like he never threw combinations before. He's beating Tszyu like he was a $2 slave. And I mean not Tszyu, he was beating Spencer like that. And Spencer he had the right game plan. Spencer would dig to the body and just do nothing to Tim Tszyu. Body work is something that accumulates, over some rounds. So he had the right idea, but it just didn't seem like he had the strength or the conditioning or the punching power, to get the respect. And it was just, I didn't learn. We learned Tim Tszyu, I guess, he fought like he always fought. He took his time. He was surgical with his approach. And then, about the fourth round, a little bit premature or early than he usually do, then he stepped up the output. Then he stepped up the output. He got him out of there, hit him with all type of uppercuts and hooks and stuff of that nature. So, does that put him back in the top half of the division? I would say not. I would say not. It doesn't put him back in the upper echelon half of the division. But I think Keith Thurman would be a great pivot. I think Keith would be a great pivot for him. This dude, he be picking the most crazy spots to drop shit at. Like, I don't be understanding it. But walking miles. So, but Spencer, either he got to squeeze back down or he done. But hopefully he went over there and made some good money. So hopefully it was worth it, but nobody gave him a chance. That was a world championship level versus probably a top, at best, the bottom 15, 14, 13 fighter in that sanctioning belt class. But am I convinced Tim Tszyu is back like cook crack? No. I'm not convinced that Tim Tszyu is back. And want to know another reason I know he ain't back is because when he started calling people out, he started calling everybody out that ain't a world champion. He called out Jermell Charlo. He been stagnant. He called out Errol Spence. He been stagnant. He called out Virgil Ortiz. The hoe don't even got no world title. So what you calling out a guy who don't even have a world title for? And then the interviewer had to bring up Murtazaliev. He said, what about Murtazaliev? He said, well, the IBF rehydration clause, so I don't know. So basically what he doing is he's blaming the IBF rehydration clause for the reason that he lost to Murtazaliev. He's not back. He mentally may never be back again. You knew about the 10-pound rehydration clause before you fought Murtazaliev. So now what you're saying is the 10-pound rehydration clause is the reason why Murtazaliev put hands, foot, toes, and elbows on you. I don't respect that. It's all these niggas is so feminized. Females make up excuses like that. It's always something. But I didn't know, or bet he love bombed me. He didn't, finesse you. When you chose to fight Murtazaliev with that 10-pound rehydration clause, it was in the contract. It was something that we all knew about. You could have easily said, you know what? Nah, I don't want to do the 10-pound rehydration clause. I'm good. But no, now you hide behind the 10-pound rehydration clause because you don't want to take another ass whooping. Just say, I got to get my feet back under me. Maybe that's something that I can. That's a wrong that I can right in the future. No, he's a pussy. He remember he's going out here talking about people duck and people pussies. He ducked Crawford, and now you ducking Murtazaliev when nobody expecting you to go from Spencer to Murtazaliev. You didn't even bring the man name up. Virgil Ortiz, little get his sexy little hoe ass talking about Spence, but he could fight Murtazaliev. But you can fight Murtazaliev. I'm telling y'all, man, these niggas are some hoes, dog. There's more Tank Davises around this bitch than y'all know. It ain't like Murtazaliev ain't been his last hella fights have been on PBC, so I don't understand what the deal is. Tszyu ain't no different than when I found out he dug Bud. Remember people saying, you're making it up. I don't got to make up nothing. Boxing is not important enough to lie. Tszyu is a disgrace. He's a disgrace. When I read that he said that, and he didn't even bring up Murtazaliev's name, well, it's the 10-pound rehydration clause. The Raiders haven't won the Super. Man, I ain't no Raider fan. It's just a hat. I like the logo. I like the pirate. And I like the color. So they ain't got nothing. I don't care nothing about the Raiders. I like the colors. And I like the logo. So, yeah, I don't root against the Raiders. But shout out to the Raiders. I don't root against them. But to be honest, I would like to go to that stadium. But yeah, Raider gear is always never out of style, no matter how sorry they is. That's no disrespect to the Raider fans. Heard y'all like to stab niggas at the stadium and shit. I ain't got time to be getting stabbed. But yeah. Where was that? Yeah, I don't respect Tszyu for that. And all the guys you calling out either inactive, right? Or don't never fought for a world title. So yeah, I'm looking at him kind of funny right now. A lot funny. Like I said, nobody's expecting him to get back in the ring with Murtazaliev. Nobody is saying okay, after you fight Joey Spencer, you should get back in the ring with him. But he was the one that was going around here calling fighters pussies. That wasn't me. He was around here calling fighters pussies. Remember? He was around here calling fighters pussies. Oh, these guys are pussies and they don't want to fight each other. And you around here ducking. You could have fought Bud. And that's what he get for not fighting Bud. He could have fought Bud and he could have came out better than 2 losses. He got 2, after he ducked Bud, he got 2 losses. He got 2 losses after he ducked Bud. Fondor and Murtazaliev. Now, this is a 10-pound rehydration. Now, we can talk about if he didn't get elbowed, okay, he was on his way of sending Fondor, to the upper room. He was on the way to sending Fondor up and away. That's a fact. He was on his way to cleaning his motherfucking clock. So, we can't deny that. But all of a sudden, it was a 10-pound rehydration clause while Murtazaliev beat your ass around like a game of pinball. I find that funny. You went from calling people ducks, right, to being a known duck. You knew you was a duck. I knew you was a duck. The world didn't know. Now you ducking again. Take your loss like a man. What to Detective Carter, what did Detective Carter tell Juntao in Rush Hour 1? He said, put the gun down. Fight like a man. Fight like a man. Put the gun down. Put the excuses down. Fight like a... These niggas will barbecue in any type of weather. I don't love barbecue that much. I swear to God I don't. To be barbecuing in the wintertime, I do not love it that much. I have to have an acquired taste for some barbecue. I probably can live the rest of my life without eating barbecue again. That shit is so overrated. Niggas be barbecuing through a blizzard and shit. I'm like, man, it ain't that good, bro. But I don't care what type of barbecue, it ain't that good. And then partially that, I really don't eat red meat like that. Come on, man, stop playing with me. But yeah, I ain't doing all that. Marinate it, flip it. Give me a shish kebab with chicken, some whatever else come on there, but make sure it got pineapples on there. That's all I'm asking. Don't eat glizzies. I don't know what else they could put on there. That's about it. That's about it. Maybe I'd rather prefer fried chicken wings than barbecue chicken wings. Yeah, fuck barbecue. If God was like, if I have to get one through, get rid of barbecue. Take them fucking pits. Take them old niggas with them Jerusalem flip-flops on while barbecuing. Pack them niggas up. You can pack, it's not that good. Oh, CJ, come down here to here, and we got the, man, fuck your barbecue. Damn sauce be all over your hands, be on your Jordans. But partially it's because I don't eat red meat. It's a certain window during the year I eat red meat. What up, Kobe? It's a certain window. This guy's just difficult. What is he sniffing for? He's sniffing for barbecue. Let's find out. Absolutely nothing. He just sits here sniffing. But yeah, man, fuck Tszyu. But Spencer probably got to go apply at Lowe's or Costco's and get a job. So he white, he'll be alright. Ooh, that's a nice little shirt to put together. He white, he'll be alright. But yeah, Joy Spencer, yeah, he's I don't see it. It's a wrap. Time to go get a job. I got meat, a jizza. I was just watching that shit earlier. Barbecue overrated. That ain't real cooking. That's barbaric shit, man. Niggas cook barbecue because it's cheap. Come on. I don't want to walk over there, honestly. No. I don't want to walk over there. But also watch Shakur, because I'm not going to be on long. Let's talk about Shakur. So apparently, Turkey done with Shakur Stevenson. He said, I don't think he'd be superstar in boxing. That's what he said. I don't think he's going to be star in boxing. So apparently, he offered him less than $500,000 to fight William Zepeda. Now, I heard that he made I don't know what he made versus Padley. Maybe it was $5 million. Y'all tell me. But he lowballed him for the Zepeda fight. He said, and Shakur confirmed this, he don't think he's going to be a star no more. So, I mean, that's fucked up, honestly. I really do think that. If you promise somebody, you give somebody your word, and then you renege on your word, that means either A, he don't really think Shakur going to be a star, he not worth the investment, his money, his choice. B, Oscar De La Hoya got to him, and they really don't want to make that Zepeda fight. you know? So at the end of the day, if I'm Shakur Stevenson, so be it. So be it. You know, they allow, if you pay attention to the play, it just seemed like Turkey chose Golden Boy because he allowed Zepeda to pull out the original fight. Then he put a Latinos card on where Zepeda fought Tevin Farmer originally. Yeah, he put that card on. So he knew Shakur Stevenson was getting played. So like I said with Shakur Stevenson, I know you forget you a nigga, but you a nigga at the end of the day. Turkey ain't no different from Eddie Hearn. He just using y'all niggas up. I know y'all don't believe me when I say that. Eddie Hearn ain't no different. Look how he did Devin and Tevin. Devin and Tevin. Devin and Tevin. When I use they ass to boost match room and don't need no use for they ass no more, I throw Devin and Tevin in the trash can. That's what he did. He gonna do you the same way. This last fight you have on this card, just how he did Berlanga. Gave Berlanga the 2-pump special. Got that Canelo bread out of him. Put him as the co-main event versus Bum. Threw him back to the streets. Skirt, skirt. Threw him back to the streets. He threw him back to the streets. He said, what money bag say? Kept my receipts and I threw her back to the streets and kept my receipts. Whatever he said. I'm telling y'all, Eddie Hearn playing the same game. Eddie Hearn playing the same exact game. I keep telling y'all. Eddie is playing the same game. He playing the same game. Eddie is using y'all niggas for what y'all good for, and he gonna do Boots the same way. When Boots lose, which is gonna happen, don't know if it's gonna be under Eddie. When he lose, Eddie Hearn is gonna give him the boot. He told him to his face, "You lose to Virgil Ortiz, I'll never talk to your ass again, slave." That's what he said. He said, "I'll never talk to you again. You lose to Virgil Ortiz, slave." He said, "Master, I ain't gonna lose, Master. Master, I am not gonna lose to Virgil. You know why I ain't gonna lose to him, Master? Master Eddie, you know why I'm not gonna lose to him? Because I ain't gonna fight him. Okay, what you say? I ain't fighting that Mexican. Oh, Master, he hit too hard. I seen the way he hit Madrid Mall. Master, he just hit way too hard, Master. I just can't do it." What he tell him on Django? He said, Eskimo Joe was like, "I don't want to do it no more, Master. I don't want to do it." He said, "Oh yeah, you almost lost that last fight." "Yeah, I just ain't got it in this no more." Boots said, "Motherfucking Eddie talking about fighting weak ass Virgil. I just ain't got it in this no more." He said, "You know why I ain't gonna lose, Master Eddie? Cause I ain't gonna lose, cause I ain't gonna fight him." Oh man. He said, "Cause I ain't gonna fight him. I'm gonna fight basic ass stay honest. We gonna make the biggest email unification in the history of boxing. He got an email belt. I got an email belt. MSN Hotmail, me AOL.com for the WBA, for the WB. What does he got? The IBF for the Ring Magazine, Yahoo.com. Championship of the world. It's the first time they brought AOL, Hotmail, and Yahoo Sports together in one unification bout. It's the super email unification. Oh man. Super email unification. Going down in Atlantic City and shit. Somebody dig up Benjamin Franklin. Somebody get the cast of motherfucking Boardwalk Empire. Rest in peace to Michael K. Williams. So yeah, Eddie Hearn ain't about to do nothing but hit Shakur with the bump, 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 and keep it moving. So yeah, all of a sudden he want to offer you less than $500,000. Told y'all, Tim Bradley, and Tank might have been on to something. We might have been on to something. I told y'all. I knew he wasn't on shit. When he not doing this, and obviously when you make a business deal, you supposed to do it to make your money back. Facts. But this whole thing, I'm doing this to make the sport good again. Bullshit. That's not what he doing this for. He doing this to transfer the power of boxing from the United States to make it international and transfer it specifically to the UAE. That's what he doing it for. These are businessmen. These dudes are not morally intact. They're compromised. All the money they got, they in it for big business. And I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with that. Y'all thinking because they doing this for the fans? Told y'all that's not the case. They not doing this for the fans or doing this for the betterment of boxing. Nobody care about boxing. He doing this for his country. He doing this to take the power of boxing. He doing this to take the power of boxing and put it in and put it over there overseas. And I say over internationally, I say that because it's really because he really want to really work. He really wanted it in the UAE, but really he want to take it internationally. That's the main thing about it. So, it don't really bother me none, honestly. The sport been dead. I told you what he was trying to do. He not trying to save the sport. He trying to put the sport in his country. He trying to put the sport over there. So at the end of the day, Shakur Stevenson got a rude awakening. That man don't want you. That man don't care about you. He made you a promise, and you know his word is as good as you writing a contract on the back of a Home Depot receipt. His word ain't shit. I'm telling y'all, anytime somebody come in, throw that type of money around, it's never sustainable. It's never sustainable. He seen that 340K pay-per-view. Shit. People might want to take that Benavidez deal. And they look at us all the same. You still a nigga to them. You still the bottom of the totem pole. Don't think you could try to be Puerto Rican and all that. You still a nigga. And that's how Turkey look at y'all. If y'all didn't box, he wouldn't stop to put y'all niggas out on fire. Keep telling y'all that. I just don't trust people who come in the game. I knew he was a disingenuous cat. Some of the things that Lou DiBella said about him. He was walking on eggshells, but that's just proper, that's just how you supposed to be. But he said, he telling the sanctioning belt bodies that he gonna keep them in the loop, but he telling people off the record that he trying to get rid of them. Disingenuous. Yeah, we gonna get rid of these niggas. You can't write this article. Yeah, we gonna get rid of WBA, WBC. It's gonna be called the Turkey League. Yeah. If any of my fighters eat pork, they forfeit their whole contract. It's right here. Yeah, any of these niggas ain't married, forfeit their whole contract right here. Yeah, man, I kind of feel Tank on that. I wouldn't go over there neither. Shit, if I'm making my money here, hell no. Look how he did Shakur. Yo, word. He said, yeah, he was a man. And all of a sudden, he turned him like that. So who next? Remember, they owed Wilder an additional fight. He never got it. Now this nigga on BOK Prime. Ready to drop a dime. And one thing about Wilder, I'm going to talk about him tomorrow, right? Or y'all might not see it till like Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know. But you notice, when you start to fall off, everybody got something bad to say about you. Y'all notice that? When you on the wrong side of the retirement, you on the wrong side of your prime, his brother, oh, he slept with this girl. He did this to me. When you can't pay everybody like you used to pay them, when you can't do like you used to do, because now the money ain't coming in, everybody change on you. Y'all be wondering why old men don't be having no friends and shit, because a lot of niggas and bitches just there. They just there for their own selfish reasons. That's a fact. They just be fucking with you for their own selfish reasons. And that's just the God honest truth. Why you think all these old niggas get old and they go buy female companionship? Young, bad female companionship, because they figured I was in the marriage for 30, 40 years, And just what Shaq say, what the bitch say about Shaq Shawnee, won't give his last, I never loved him. So I'm paying all this premium dollar on a family, which the kids may or may not be mine. We seen that judge, a judge found out the kids wasn't his. You find out she never loved you. That's why women are obsessed with love bombing. They love bombs you. And you just like, guess what? My kids don't love me. My wife really never loved me. Did anybody love me? I'm just gonna pay for a bitch. Like, that's life. That's why them niggas get to the point. That's why I say old man's a trick. Tricking is an old man sport. Let the old man have it. You live long enough to get to that point, hey, have at it. Well, they just find out that the bitches that they pick never loved them. Deontay Wilder found out how people truly felt about him. I'm telling you, Tim Duncan, wife, tried to do the same. It happens to everybody. That's why when I say, you know, they like, you should be married when you should be rich while you married. Bullshit. When you broke or you a regular dude and a girl fuck with you heavy, you know what I'm saying? And she tried and tested it. Y'all went through the trenches together. That's who you should be with, regardless of how she looked. You know, you fucked her, all right? You'll have a much happier life. A lot of these niggas married these bitches that lined them up. A lot of these niggas was good to niggas in the hood that only attached to them because of where you was going. And you live and you learn. You live and you learn. You feel bad for the guy. But, you know, he had his opportunity. You know, Mike Tyson said when he got to jail, that's the most peace he ever got. He said it was the best thing that happened. It's the most peace he ever got. Very chaotic, but Shakur just learned a valuable lesson. He's at a very critical space in his career. Apparently, WBC gonna order that fight. I'll tell you what's gonna happen right now. It ain't gonna be Shakur that pull out. Zepeda's gonna pull out. They never wanted to fight. De La Hoya told Turki, you know, let's not make this fight. Turki listened to De La Hoya. And Shakur Stevenson probably gonna run his little chewed up ass back to Top Rank. PBC ain't got no money for him. But PBC and Top Rank working together, it makes sense. He should have never left. Niggas always think the grass green on the other side. You know, okay, he made $5 million. That's what's up. You know, he made $5 million. Now you gonna run your ass back to Top Rank. All of a sudden, after one fight versus Pally, you ain't the truth no more. That's De La Hoya. This was the plan the whole time to keep Shakur away from Zepeda. And they protected him like he Canelo. That nigga ain't even, what's his brother name? He ain't even his brother. Ramon Alvarez, he ain't even Ramon Alvarez. And this is De La Hoya. They do all this protecting just to stop the brother. De La Hoya is a stone cold racist. Everybody know it. He's from East LA. Look up the history of East LA. They did all this to stop Shakur Stevenson. If I'm Shakur, I tell Turki eat a dick sideways, ho. That's what I tell him. Don't call my line no more. Real talk. Don't call my line no more. I'll tell him that. I don't got shit to say to your bitch. And then you couldn't even tell me face to face or on the phone that you didn't want to work with me no more. You wasn't gonna honor your word. Like, you ain't no honorable man. Get the fuck out my face, bitch. That's exactly what I tell him. Of course, that Top Rank won't offer him the same deal. That's common sense. Today's prices, yesterday's price is not yesterday's price is not today's price. And all Shakur Stevenson got is that belt. That's all he got is that belt. Without that belt, him and Tevin Farmer and Deontay Wilder is going to be headlining on BOK Prime. They're going to be the staples of BOK Prime. Mark my words, they're going to be like the Universal Soul Circus, going around the country or going around the world doing showcases for BOK Prime. I'm telling you. It's going to be the Tevin, Shakur, and Wilder show on BOK Prime. They coming to a city near you. They ain't come to like Queens and New York City or LA. No, them niggas gonna be coming to Des Moines, Iowa, Hershey, Pennsylvania, Steubenville, Ohio, Comiskey, Florida, Detroit, Alabama. Stop. Come here. El Paso, Texas. Anchorage, Alaska. Little Rock, Arkansas and shit. Oh shit. Tuskegee, Alabama. Shout out to the 4-6. This is a wrap. Shakur Stevenson without that belt is like Prince without the singing ability. It's like Michael without the Jackson. It's like LeBron without the James. It's like, come on. So he said Shakur gonna put himself in the position as Devin, but he ain't as smart as Devin. No. Bill was a street dude. Bill was a multi-million-dollar street nigga. Like I have people that confirm that. That's not from our kind. We don't speak about, but like, come on, to build your empire up that much in the street. Of course, you have to be smart. Your average successful drug dealer, but street hustler, they get there, they smart. What's the brother that they let go? Did he die? Rayful Edmonds? I know it's been word that he been released though. He was very smart. So that doesn't surprise me none. So yeah, he's not as smart as him. So for the most part, without that belt, he's Tevin Farmer. He did it to himself. And maybe physically he can't let his hands go or be offensively the way he is. But low key, if he did fight Zepeda, he on robbery alert. They gonna try to rob him. Especially if you beefing with Turkey right now, they gonna try to rob dog. I'll tell you that right now. I always thought they was gonna rob him versus Zepeda, just because he throw a lot of punches. So that was always my thought. He throw too many punches. So every fight, that's the one thing about Roy Jones kind of being on a fight-by-fight deal. With Roy, he didn't have a major promoter. So that's why they kind of be like, well, Roy was overrated because Roy didn't have that name. But the other promoters didn't want to give Roy that name because he wouldn't sign his life over to them. Which in my opinion is kind of stupid. If you treat me right on the fight-by-fight deal, I'm going to be loyal. Bob said he never had a fight-by-fight deal with Marvin Hagler. He said that. But that's just how they operate. You don't sign to me, you don't get the best fight. So, every time Roy went out there, it was Roy versus, Coco's about to run up on us. This nigga like, fuck Coco, nigga. But Miles don't hurt small dogs and kids, so that wouldn't have been no concern. I just want that dog to get ran over by a car. Yeah. Miles don't pay them no attention. They can bite at him, he won't do shit. So, but yeah. I mean, that's the pressure he's putting on himself. But he got a very robbable style too. I think Zepeda, they might rob him versus Zepeda, but he know everything. He a smart ass. The fans don't like him. Now the promoters don't like him. Now Turkey don't like him. Like, he might need to be with Joey Spencer and go put a job application in at Lowe's or Costco's. They pay you good there though. So, he running his mouth like he Mike Tyson, but he don't even fight like Paulo Malignaggi. Malignaggi more exciting than him, but he did it to himself. Top Rank had this nigga having an identity crisis. First he wanted to be black, then he was holding up the Puerto Rican flag, and you know what I'm saying? Then he got the zesty video from the amateurs with Berlanga and shit, with their tongues out and shit, with no holes in the room. Fuck was them niggas doing? Your shirt off with another room? Only thing that was missing was the baby oil. What them zesty ass Puerto Ricans in there doing? We've been revoked this black card. We've been revoked this black card. He said, I seen Joey Spencer in person. He need to be at 47. I could have, and that was kind of what I said in the beginning. Either he need to be at 47 or he need to go put a job application in. Or go learn how to hook up cable. No disrespect. No disrespect. Respectfully. But yeah, Shakur, it is what it is. He know everything, you know. And he got Jay Prince, so they should be able to make a way. Shakur on BLK Prime, man. He gonna put the Masters to sleep on that. Come on, you can throw that Tank fight away. Any fights you want to see him in, that's gone. If Tank won't get in the ring with him for millions, you can throw that shit away. It's a wrap. Y'all thought Turkey was trying to save boxing. You don't worry, he gonna fuck De La Hoya too. De La Hoya might like it though. Yup. He gonna get De La Hoya too. He already done fucked Eddie Hearn. Come on. They so money hungry. Stop. They so money hungry that they not looking at the bigger picture. It's kind of like seeing a fine woman, but you ain't paying attention to the signs that the bitch ain't shit. You just look at the titties and that ass and that pretty makeup face, and you ain't even really pay attention to the signs and shit. Whole ass gold digger. But he fucked over Eddie, fucked over Shakur. De La Hoya next too. He giving De La Hoya a little bit more protection. He letting him slide with Murtazaliev. Murtazaliev said he sent contracts out for him and Virgil. He gonna get De La Hoya too. He gonna get De La Hoya. Probably gonna bring him over to UAE, give him some of their finest cocaine and lace that motherfucker. He probably gonna lace that shit. So if Bob and Eddie do work together, if Bob and Al do work together, maybe they can hold the fort down long enough, you know, because Turkey's starting to show his true colors. He's starting to show his true colors. So maybe they can hold the fort down long enough. So, you know, maybe throw Eddie in the mix. Maybe it just took Turkey for all them to work together. Eddie going back to the streets too. So, we gotta see. But he's going back to the streets too. He said he about to get trapped in an opium den. It's crazy. Turkey paid Bud and Wilder. He owed Wilder a fight and didn't pay it. Maybe he cashed him out on it. Who knows? He might have alternative agenda versus Bud too. Who knows? Maybe he just might like Bud. They always like that one nigga. It's always that house nigga. I ain't calling Bud a house nigga, but it's always that one nigga they let in the house and make the lemonade and do like Claude and drive them around and do their errands on life. But yeah, this shit need to be destroyed. This, the NBA, the MLB, only sports that really don't need to be completely destroyed is hockey. That's that I care about. And NFL. That's the only one. Come on, man. You've been sniffing for an hour. I ain't got time for this. It's cold. But true story. So yeah, Shakur Stevenson playing a dangerous game, but maybe they got a plan. Maybe they got a plan. That could be very true, but they be doing all this protection for Williams to pay that. He ain't, bro. He ain't worth a bullion of silver. He ain't worth a bullion of silver. Not just one. Cheap ass silver too. I don't get it. I literally don't get it. Oh man, give me a minute. Shout out to Palestine. What are you doing? Oh, come on, stall him out, Debo. Stall him out. What up, Max? Bringo. I'm pulling him at this. Andrew, salute. The Butcher Shakur, hype train, almost over. Can't run from top five. I don't think he was running from top fights. I just think he's arrogant. He thinks he deserves more than he's worth. So I don't think he was running from top fights. He said, I don't know why when I go live I get all these bots. Joyce Spencer Dunn, shake my hope the pay was worth it. Oh boy, he was boxing in high school gymnasiums a couple years ago. He was on PBC. He was on a couple PBC cards before that, then. Yeah, he was on a couple PBC cards before that. Come on. Shakur was fighter hyped up by fans who never fought top guys. Well, he ain't been at 35 for too long. So I don't feel like who did you want to see him fight that he didn't fight? The Butcher. You know, Tank didn't want to oblige. I mean, him and Keyshawn apparently are friends. So, I don't who else did you want to see him fight? He fought Edwin De Los Santos, put the world to sleep. I'm glad I didn't stay up for that fight. So, who did you want to see him fight? Come on. So, I don't know who you want to see him fight. Turkey ain't as good as people think. We know that. We know. I been knew he wasn't. I ain't saying he ain't good, but Tszyu wants Thurman right away. That's a good fight for him. Jarvis almost knocked out Keith Thurman. He did. Brock Jarvis almost knocked him out. People said I was crazy, but they don't watch the fights like I watch them. He clipped him, I think it was a counter right hand. Keith Thurman, all of a sudden he turned to run one time. That nigga went from having on whatever shoes he had on, my Adidas. Motherfucker started running. As soon as Keith get hit, man, that nigga Keith out. If they say fight or flight when you get hit, Keith Thurman is the Wright brothers. Flight. It's always overtime pay. Kid Buzz, salute. Getting stripped of your belt for eating pork rinds is crazy. Turkey about to transition to that BS league. I'm really mad about the BS league. I like it. But they not targeting top fighters, but you right. Yeah, them niggas don't deserve to get paid. One belt. $750,000 to the channel. That should be enough. Yeah, that should be enough. I like the BS league. You gotta fight someone. I never watched the overtime league, but that seemed kind of interesting. It's a tie. Y'all niggas go to overs. Shakur just ain't entertaining. CJ glad they doing him like that. Get his NyQuil ass out the game. Boxing sparring, I agree. Get him out the game. When I hear Jersey, I think about fireworks, excitement. I think about pump it up. I think about, Jersey niggas popping off. You know what I'm saying, son? Do I say that in Jersey? I know they say pop, they mean fight. We say pop, we just mean like a Faygo or a Vernus or Coca-Cola. But yeah, maybe Shakur Stevenson start being, but he can't. He got the grip of a 3-year-old girl, they said. His hands. He got them hands from my man from Friday. I mean, from, what's that movie? Shake my small hand. Shake my small hand. I never loved his evil world. Boxing ain't broke like a lot of people think. They just don't look at the rate. No, that's the problem. How they rank people in the bylaws. The bylaws are trash. How can all the bylaws be subjective to how much cash a motherfucker giving you? It's stupid. You got 15 fighters ranked in 4 different weight classes, all different ways, and a lot of them 15 fighters don't even deserve to be there. Boxing is broken so many ways. Hell no. GS Stack salute. People watch 3 fighters. Echo misunderstood represent. It's more than 3. Shakur deserves a lot of hate he gets. He talks too much shit, but in his feelings when people fans, yeah, he talk like a gangster and fight like a wankster. I don't think Top Rank gonna offer him. Of course not. Oscar's the biggest finesse in boxing with the worst product. Facts. One honor salute. Plus, he looking crazy going back to Top Rank saying they were racist. It is what it is. Shakur gonna put himself in the same position. Okay, I read that one. Like he a man without his sword. Peanut butter, no jelly, ham, no burger. I like him hug Mark. I swear, Miles is the most difficult dog to walk. I might have to snip your nuts for the greater good of my sanity. He got me lit. This is how he shit. I gotta walk around the whole tree, and this is him. Why his shit is watery like that, I don't know. Look at him. Nigga fighting demons. This nigga fighting demons and shit. Fighting demons and shit. That dog got big quick. Come on. I don't forget a face. Come on. She ain't ready for you to hit it from the back yet. Come on. Stop playing with me. She ain't ready for the 2-pump mile special. Now you want to choke and shit. This nigga's just a character, dog. Nah, he's sick. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. This nigga ready to go die for the pussy. Nah, he can't die for the pussy. Come on, man. If it's a Golden Boy card, he's definitely getting robbed. Yup. I don't watch Golden Boy card. I swear I don't. Maybe the main event with the card, I'll be seeing niggas I ain't never heard of before. Best Shakur fight we seen was the gas station. Oh, that one, wasn't that the parking lot structure? And Lubin had the Henny. Shout out to my nigga Lubin. Lubin had the Henny like, they ain't put me in it. Lubin had the Coach Kev was like, nigga, put that Henny down. You probably would have beat Jamil. Nigga had the Henny. The Florida niggas different though. I've been amongst you Wakanda niggas in Florida. I wouldn't want no problem with y'all niggas, man. The way y'all be drinking, no thank you. Y'all Jamaican rum and shit, nah. I'll be the designated Negro driver that night. He said Earl need Joey. Hey, Earl and Joey, fuck it, let's get white boy paid. We need Spence versus Spencer. Loser retire. Well, the real Spence, is it Spencer Spencer? Ooh, that's a dope title. It's a Spencer. Oscar owned the ring and sold it to Turkey. He sure did. He said, as long as you put a butt plug in the deal for me, Turkey, give me a vibrating butt plug. Eddie only has Wilder out here fighting. I ain't reading that. I did not see Wilder do that motion. I'm going to remember Wilder as a true warrior. I'm going to remember my brother Wilder as a true warrior and not a true twerker. She's working. PBC ain't got no prospects. Who they got? They all got beat. Barderas, Culver somewhere frying chicken. So, Shakur should have took Devin offer. Yeah. He said this isn't asking to fight, but he wants 220 million. Keyshawn? Oh yeah, Keyshawn been to beat the brakes off Shakur Stevenson. His bark don't match his fight at all. Scary movie too. So I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking forward to the BS Turkey and Dana coming up with. So you'll see Tyrone from the hood and Hector from the barrio. The barrios with over 20 losses in the combined fight of the year. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good to be honest. Eventually, Shakur hands ain't built from better BF chopping wood. Hold on. Damn, CJ just left that shit on the side of the tree. It was wet. I'm gonna pick some wet ass shit up. There wasn't nothing but water. Ain't nothing I could do about it. Should think about staying on this in Boots video tomorrow.
talking to other doggy over there. Yeah.
He's a very vocal one.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, what's going on? Come on. I ain't got my mail in like 2 months. This nigga's a superstar wherever he go. I'm just a nigga walking. Hey, nigga. Hey, nigga. Ooh, shit, nigga got hella mail. Got a check in this bitch, too. I was just letting that bitch sit. That ain't mine. I ain't getting no DHS. If I did, nigga be balling. I'd be on foes, nigga. I'd be on foes for the hoes. Boy, this is crazy. $1 million worth of bills. But that's all I had to say. Let me see and check. I ain't about to go back all the way over there. I showed the wet shit. Rewind it. This shit was wet. Now I gotta wash my clothes. But hey, shout out to Blick. Oh no, that wasn't no hoes. That her husband's right there behind her. I ain't about to fight. I ain't about to die for the pussy now. Her husband right there. Oh, local man dies up for the pussy. Like, no. I got some ass at the house. But hey, let me go up in here. Appreciate y'all. Peace.